Welcome to the Ride for Rights YouTube channel. Ride for Rights is a bike tour across America promoting free speech, justice, education, and unity. In addition, Ride for Rights promotes FIRE, Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, the Southern Poverty Law Center, and the American Immigration Council. Please check out the video description below for more information. Hey guys, we're in Goodland, Kansas. We're heading to Oakley, Kansas. It's going to be about 65 miles today. It's going to get well over 100 degrees. It was 104 yesterday. I think it's going to be 105 possibly. So it's 8 o'clock. I got back last night. I realized our tire was completely flat, so I had to get up early this morning. Got to Walmart at 6 when it opened to get a new spare tube. I replaced the tube last night, but I want another spare. We're going to have tail crosswind for the first half, and then when we cut south, it's going to be a headwind. So it's going to be a pretty tough day. Our goal is just get out of it as fast as we can. Hopefully today goes quite quickly. Yesterday we did a good job. We got done in like a little over 3 hours. So we got out of the heat before noon. See you guys there. Hey guys, we have a candidate for hardest day of the year. It is 103 degrees right now. The final 10 miles was into a 24-mile direct headwind, full sun, no shade. I averaged under 6 miles an hour in that. For reference, I did Loveland Pass at just over 7 miles an hour, so that was insane. Yeah, so let's start at the beginning. So I realized late last night that my tire was flat and the Walmart was closing, so I couldn't get there. So I went back to Walmart. I woke up at 5:45 a.m., went back to Walmart at 6 when it opened. Got another tube, went back, pumped the tire up, got out later than I wanted, so I didn't get to leave till like 8:10. I was trying to leave at like 7 or earlier. The first 25 miles were not bad. It was a cross tailwind. Wind was coming from the southwest, so it helped a little, half cross. Then I turned for a 2.5 mile stretch into that cross headwind. That was tough into the cross headwind. And then I was kind of just zigzagging. As the bird flies, it was to the southeast, but we were constantly going either south or I stopped a few times at the few spots that had trees cover. It was very few to get water and food. Did the 2.5 mile into the wind, then did like a 10 to 8 mile stretch back in the cross tail. Another like 5 mile stretch into the head crosswind, and then that last stretch west, the wind shifted to a direct crosswind, which meant that final stretch was a direct 24-mile headwind. And with the gust, I was almost standing still at some of the places, and it was just getting hotter and hotter. I was really struggling. It took probably about 2 hours to go those last 10 miles. There was one gas station, so I was like, all right, cool, I get water. And how the gas stations have worked, about a quarter of the gas stations, the attendant doesn't want you to bring the bike in there, which is usually fine. You just go across the street. There's been a couple times where it's really old gas station, I give them like the sob story of like, I can't let this get taken. I'm going to buy something from you, da da da. That happened here, and I was like, can I stay? Just get a drink, I'll be really quick. And she's like, yeah, but real quick, which sucked because I wanted to stand there in the air conditioning for like 10 minutes. In the gas station, I forgot to mention my hands were shaking. Then I got out there, it was hot. I had 5 miles left to here. It was so brutal. It took like an hour to get here. Luckily, that last mile stretch, Highway 83, it actually was the first road in Kansas that had shoulders, so I actually had a place for me to ride the bike, which is good because I was like weaving around too, because it was so hard to ride straight. I was sitting on the bike with 1.5 miles to go. That was the longest 1.5 miles I've ridden. I was thinking like, I could pass out. Like that's a legit threat to happen now. But yeah, really tough day. We got 50 miles to Wakini tomorrow. It should not be 100 degrees anymore. The high's supposed to be 99 tomorrow. It's supposed to be over 100 here until like 7 p.m. It's gonna get hotter. Crazy day. That sucked. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Bye.